If you want to sleep with my mom, give it a shot. Okay. I don't know why people are so weird about, like, I don't know why people are so protective over their mothers in particular. Cause like my thing is, my mom, she's a grown woman. All right. She can make her own decision. If she wants to consent to let you give her some pipe, then you can give her some pipe. Or if she wants to, bump tacos with you, then she can bump tacos with you. Like, who am I to be in charge of that? The reason I'm talking about this is because there's this tweet where this creator, like, he slept with another creator's mom, and people are like, oh, that's foul. You got to have self control. You got to not sleep with his mom. And I'm like, why not? Okay. And then people are like, oh, but, he's doing it. He's making fun of bro because of it. Here's the thing. If someone, like, if I were to sleep with your mom and you were to act like really weird about it, yeah, I'd make fun of you. Like, of course, because it's like you're letting me know you're so bothered by it. Like, I simply don't understand why that would bother you unless you want to sleep with, like, somebody's mom. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like, look at the other people, like, you would like care about someone's stuff. Like, if someone sleeps with your girl, you know what I mean, or sleeps with your man, I understand you being like, hey, bro, like, I kind of want to create some space. Like, I feel like that was like a weird move, because at that point it's like, you're in a monogamous situation with someone, you're piping them, y'all smashing each other, and then someone else comes through and they completely ruin that. Like, I understand being mad. Obviously, in that situation, you should be more mad at your partner than that other person, But if that other person was like your best friend, I could see you being mad at them, or you're like a colleague or like someone who's close to you. But the thing is, your mom. Why do you care about who sleeps with your mom unless they're like crawling in diseases or something? You know what I mean? Like, what stake do you have in your mom's lady parts? Like, why are you thinking about it to that extent? Like, you could run, you and the 5 next subscribers could run a train on my mom. And you could tell me, hey, we ran a train on your mom. And I'd be like, okay. Like, I would completely accept it. Because what choice do I have? What am I going to do? Go to my mom, hey, mom, stop letting guys run trains on you. And she's like, son, I really enjoy it. I love when they run trains on me. I just love when they take turns. I love when it's like 5 dudes, just one after another, after another, after another. Okay, power to it. Power to it. And the thing is, I'll tell you, men have tried to sleep with my mom and my sisters my entire life. It's the nature of the beast. I remember one of my teammates in high school. He was like, bro, like, how old is your mom? I was like, she's like 40 or something. I don't know. And he was like, bro, if I was 40 or something, I'm taking that down. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like I just have no thoughts about it whatsoever. Okay, it's like I'm completely neutral to the concept. I remember after that, I went to my mom and I told her that he said that, and she was like, oh, if he was closer to my age, I'd date him. And I was like, mom, give him a chance now. Now, mind you, she did not because he was a high schooler, which good for my mom. But the thing is, if she did, I wouldn't have said anything. My mom is a very nice and kind woman. I have nothing but the utmost respect for her. Okay, and that's why I'm like, if she wants to do something with her body, that's her choice. Her body, her choice. Especially when it comes to who you're sleeping with. And don't get me started on my sisters. Oh, I remember all throughout middle school. Now there's this one dude who made me mad. I'll never forget his. I want to say his name so bad, but just in case, I'm not gonna say his name. But basically, I remember this dude. He would tell me, he's like, bro, your sister's so bad. Like, I'm gonna do all this to your sister. Blah blah blah. Tell your sister. One time, he literally, like, on 2 occasions, he told me, he's like, yo, tell your sister I said this. And he started giggling, laughing, because I think, like, in hindsight, I think he didn't think I was going to do it. But then I told her, and I went back to him, and I was like, yeah, my sister said, like, ew, you're gross. And he was like, bro, you weren't supposed to tell her that. I'm like, what do you mean? Don't tell me to tell her something if you don't want me to tell her something. They be fake freaks, okay? I think he wanted to, like, do stuff to her feet or something. I don't remember in particular. But the thing is, if she would have agreed to it, I would have been completely fine. You know why? Because that's my sister, okay? Not my girl. Like, yuck. Like, if you want to sleep with my sister, go ahead. Like, gross, okay? Like, power to you, okay? But at the same time, it's like, yes, yuck, that's my sister. Yuck, that's my mom. But at the same time, if your Johnson could satisfy my mom and or my sisters, why not? Why? Like, what am I doing holding them back at that point? Are you seriously going to look at me and I and tell me that you want all of your female relatives to be like virgins for the rest of your life? Like, just to never sleep with anybody? You're telling me you don't want your mom to get piped down. You're telling me, say I was single, right? And your mom's like, yo, I want that guy's meat so bad. Like, please, like, message him for me. Can you tell him that I want his meat? You wouldn't message me? You wouldn't tell me that your mom wanted my meat? That makes you a very selfish child. Like, a very selfish child. But also, again, it's weird. Like, why do you care? You know what I mean? It's not like you're going to be in there. You were already in there. And then you came out years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's your stake in there? Like, what if I were to say, if I were to sleep with your mom, okay, again, I'm single and I were to sleep with your mom and I were to just like completely wreck her stuff, right? Like, just, I'm in her privates, just going brazy. Like, it's completely, like it's a mess. Like, it's unrecognizable. Like, the last time you saw it, you'd be like, what? Like, what is that? Like, is that, what? Like, what'd you do to her? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you would look at it like that. Like, why? Like, what effect does that really have on you? Like, imagine, in the morning, like in the kitchen, like she's whipping up a meal for you, and she's kind of like limping a bit. You're like, what's wrong, mom? You're like, bruh, and she's like, oh, like he just gave it to me too good last night. And she's talking about me. What's wrong with that? I'm a sweet guy. I'm a kind man. And I promise I'd give her like aftercare and whatnot. I'd make sure she didn't feel used or like, unless she was into that. It depends what your mom's into. And the thing is, if you're, see, you don't even know what your mom's into. So again, why do you care? Like, what do you got next or something? I think it's so weird when people are protective over who their mom sleeps with. Okay. Now, mind you, again, if it's some guy, say he's like laying hands on your mom, you know what I'm saying, or doing stuff unconsensually. Oh yeah, absolutely. You want to beat that guy up. You hate that guy, and power to you. Like, that's absolute like respect. But if it's a good situation, your mom's happy, like with my meat, for instance, in this hypothetical situation, and she's satisfied. What are we really worried about? Now, don't get it twisted. This is not me saying I'm interested in your mom. Okay, now it's just a hypothetical. Like, I wanted to give you a face. Okay, I'm not interested in any of your mothers. I'm in a happy relationship. But like, you know what I'm saying though. Things, I feel like if you're watching this, you may like me a little bit. Like, I'm a kind guy. Like, why not let me get involved with, a relative, if that was something, that me and the relative both wanted to do. Now, again, that's not personally my thing. I'm in a relationship, but you know what I'm getting at though. Now, this kind of reminds me, this is kind of the situation, kind of not the same situation. I remember I was about to meet this girl's brothers, and like, we had to cancel it because she was like, oh my gosh, what if they know who you are, like, from the internet? And I'm like, what's wrong with that? Like, would you really have a problem with if I was like dating your sister? Because here's the thing, you have to accept your sister's judgment at that point. That's how I feel about everything. That's why, like, say you have like a friend, and they hate like your boyfriend, hate like your girlfriend. At some point, they gotta trust your judgment that you wouldn't involve yourself in a situation in which like it wasn't fruitful, in which it wasn't good. So if I was dating your sister, and I knock on that home door and I'm like, hey, my name's Bryce, nice to meet you. And I shake your hand and I'm like, hey, I'm piping your sister. I wouldn't tell you that I was piping your sister. I wouldn't say it like that. I'm not like that. But like, there's just the underlying energy of like, oh my gosh, this guy's piping my sister. I feel like you should be happy with that, okay? And also, shouldn't you want, I'm not saying you gotta think about it, but like, shouldn't you want like, the people closest to you to be getting good pipe at the end of the day? That's what I'm saying, okay? A lot of you have like sad, unsatisfied moms and you don't even know. You know what I mean? And it breaks my, oh, by the way, okay, hold on. I want y'all to do something for me. Okay, I want you to find your mom wherever she is, right? I want you to like either like take a screenshot. You can either just bring the phone to her or like take a screenshot of this, send it to her, send her this one, send her. Wait, how do I get out of here? Send her that one. Send her this one right here. Send her this one right here. Send her this right here. And send her this right here. And I want you to be like, mom, like, would you want to hit that? Like, is that something that you'd want? Like, would you hit that? I want you to come back and comment and tell me what she says. Okay, I'm just doing a little social experiment. Again, I'm not gonna ask for any of your mom's information or anything like that. I just want to know if they would hit. I feel like my chances are high. After she responds to that, like, let me know what she thinks of this one. Like, ask her about this one too. Okay, and then ask her about, oh, yeah, yes. Oh, bro, if you send her one picture out of here, send her this one, bro. I gotta know. And then, is there another one? And then, yeah. Send this one. Okay, show her these pictures and be like, mom, would you want to hit? Like, would you hit that, mom? And then come back and report your findings, okay? And here's the thing. If your mom says yes that she'd hit, I want you to think about it. I want you to think about me sleeping with your mom. You know what I mean? And again, now you know for a fact that, it would be that she would consent to it, right? Which I feel like is the only thing you should ever be worried about as far as someone sleeping with your mom. And I want you just to imagine me and your mom, maybe we're going out, I put my arm around her a bit. And again, this is just complete hypothetical situation. I wouldn't actually do this, all right? But, like me putting my arm around her and then, me taking her home. And then we retire to my quarters, and then she gets scantily clad in there, and then things go down. Okay, I'm not gonna get into too much detail for you, but Pound Town, maybe two-way ticket to Pound Town. Okay, I want you to imagine that. And again, this is a complete hypothetical. Okay, I would not actually do this. I have a girl. Okay, I have a girlfriend. But like, imagine though, would you really have a problem with that? And if you do have a problem with that, I want you to think about why. I really want you to look inwardly and ask yourself, why is that weird to me? Okay, video's pretty much over, but I want to show you guys one more thing. Okay, so this text is between me and my girl, like, bro, like, you want to know why this video's so late? It's because me and her got into a fight, like, about this, okay? Basically, me and her are texting, and then in the middle of us texting, she's like, listen, a lady just fell, and she's bleeding a lot, and I just called an ambulance, but I'm a paramedic, they need my help. And then she said something like, she's like, oh, so I can't really respond to what you're saying right now. And I said, but what about me? And look, I know this is in the text box of like, oh, like I might not send it, but I absolutely did send that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can post the other screenshots. Actually, okay, not now, but I'm probably gonna post the screenshots on Twitter later. So I promise this is not a Twitter plug, but like I might post them on here later, and my girl is probably gonna make a TikTok about this situation because she thinks it's very funny. I don't think it's funny at all though, because I'm like, what do you mean a lady fell and like you're helping her now? And I messaged her this, okay, and you're gonna see these in the screenshots. I said if it was me, I'd let that lady pass away. Okay, because at that point, it's natural selection. Like you're telling me you can't stay balanced. If you're at the point of your life where you can't stay balanced, you don't need to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Like at that point, you're just a waste of space. Okay, and like I would sit there like if I was texting my girl, right, and someone fell and like they were like bleeding out or whatever, I'd be like, bro, I don't care. Bro, one time I was at the airport and this lady, she got stuck in an escalator. Like old woman. She fell down the escalator and she was stuck in it. And a bunch of people were running to help her. I was right in front of her. I didn't do a thing. Okay. And mind you, did I want her to pass? No. But I was just like, it was the vibes weren't there. She didn't seem like she was worth saving. So I was like, let me just hang back a bit. But she did get saved, okay? But once I do truly think she wasn't worth saving, because as soon as like she got up, she just kept walking to where she was walking to, and they're like, no, like we need to get like paramedics, make sure you're okay. She's like, no, I got what? Like she was all out of sorts. So I was like, bro, at that point, you just gotta let her go, okay? You gotta let whatever you believe in, you gotta let them have her. But yeah, so my feelings are really hurt that like my girl like picked this like woman over me. Like not gonna lie, bro. I mean, I'm saying you're like, oh, like her life was at stake. I don't care, dog. Like, I legitimately don't care. Like, her life's at stake. Yeah. So, did you know that lady? Like, if it was like her sister, a parent, I'd understand. But it's like you don't even know her, and you're picking her life over like me talking to you. Like, I thought you loved me. Like, can you love me more? Can you love me harder? Can you love me more efficiently? I'm just heartbroken, honestly. Like, it makes me sad. Like, I don't. I'm not too happy about that. But anyways, yeah, this video. Sorry this video's so late today. Again, like we were fighting about her like helping the woman, and I'm like, bro, like it took all my time away today. So yeah, I'm super upset about that. Sorry for being so late. I'll try to make sure it doesn't happen again. But I can't really talk too much about state affairs right now because again, this video's so late. But you know, thank you for watching. You know, like, comment, subscribe, everything I have to say. I'm so sorry, but I love you so much. And yeah, have a great day, morning, night, evening.